be organizational behavior. I need access to this website and I need to know how it needs, whatever it is, along with so many other things.
Okay, welcome, Amber.
Thank you.
So we were doing today the fundamental training. So it's just more of the basics. So if you guys need a further training on that, there's video materials available. We have the deck, which is the contextual, so more in depth, and also the exec head contextual, which is also more in depth for SchoolDB. I will at the end of the training, I'll show you where you can be able to find those materials. So I'm gonna just get started. I'm gonna share my screen. Bear with me. Are you guys aware of 40 client? The VPN, that's the VPN that the school uses. Yeah, did I hear only one? Yeah, or
yeah, I'm aware of
anyone?
Client. Yeah, it's
Okay.
the VPN service that we use.
Correct. Do you guys have it installed on your laptop? Okay, Philip, yes. Okay, the rest? No, from Jonathan.
Sorry, what was it called again?
40 client. Let me share my screen and I can show you.
It's like a blue shield.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think the icon should be on the desktop.
Yes.
Okay, yep.
Do we need to open it?
No, it's not necessary. Today, I'm just going to show you how it works. Nobody has access to SchoolDB yet. So we're just going to go through how to log in, show you the layout of the screen, and how to search for records, persons, and address details. There's also called a query by forum that you can create a group. There's a background sound. If someone, I'm not sure who it is, if you can mute yourself for now. If you have any questions, so you can always take yourself off the mute and or just raise your hands or anything. And then this is going to be like a conversation. So if you have any questions, please stop me and then we can go through it together. So there is also creating queries, how to re-engineer queries, and the rules, and how we have reports already within SchoolDB. So with it, depending on your job role, you'll have access to those reports. Reports and groups are kind of similar in some senses. What groups you can create, reports are created through, you need to request this through change and it comes to IT, and then you have to, let them know your requirements and they will add that reports to SchoolDB so it's accessible to you and or to your team or to your colleagues. So we have that, and then at the end I'll show you how to customize, the layout, because everyone have a different way of using SchoolDB. Everyone have needs like there's multiple tabs. When you open SchoolDB, it would come straight away on the first opening. So you don't want to go through tabs to find things that you want. So I'll show you how to customize that. So if you don't have 40 client, are you guys able to see my screen? Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So if you're not, if you don't have 40 client installed, then you can always request that to be installed on your laptop. This would help you to use, SchoolDB, you can access it within the campus, but when you go off campus, you will need to connect to the VPN so that you can access it to the secure line. You will not be able to connect if you haven't logged into VPN. Yeah. So I'm going to log in just so that I can show you guys how it works. This will be the login page that comes up. You sign in. the single sign-on. It might ask you to authenticate, but I've been signing in. Don't know why I keep on adding wrong password. Yeah, this. So I'm in now. If it's your first time or logging in, it would ask you to authenticate. And I'm sure you guys have are aware of how the authentication works. Yeah, there's a phone number or the application. Yeah, those are the two: phone number, text. You can get a call or a text, or you can authenticate it through the app. Once you are connected, you can be able to run SchoolDB. Do you guys have SchoolDB installed on your laptop, everyone? Yeah? No? Okay. Jonathan, you can ask help@london.edu. You can send them an email for installation. Or if you are in campus, I can also send you how to install it yourself, but you will need to be docked within campus. So you need to be docked within the private network. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So by the end of after the training, I will, does anyone have a login? No, SchoolDB logins. Okay, so I will send you all after the training your login details so that you can be able to access SchoolDB. Okay, now we're logging in. Once I provide you the SchoolDB username and password. Username will be similar to your own, what you have at the moment without @london.edu, and the password will be provided. So the first time you enter your password, it would ask you to create a new one. Yes, Amber?
Sorry.
That's all
So
right.
when we talk about SchoolDB, it is this 40 client. Is that what it is?
No. So 40 client is the VPN.
Okay, so that's for remote
So
access.
yes, correct.
So
So
where is
once
SchoolDB?
it should be installed on your laptop, or if you're using a PC within your like in your office, then it should be on the PC. If try to search it on the Windows search on the left hand side,
Okay.
type in SchoolDB. If it should come up. If not, then our engineers are happy to pass by and install it, or they can remotely install it for you. By the way, you don't need to run SchoolDB on this training while I because you guys don't have access, so you don't need to kind of follow the steps of what I'm doing. I'm just showing you how everything is done. Then once you have your login, you can be able to, log into SchoolDB and do, your job or your role, whatever you need to accomplish on SchoolDB. So we're gonna log in now. It takes a bit of time for it to come up. It can be sometimes very slow, it can be sometimes very fast. It depends. It's a very old system that we have been creating, that we've been using for quite some time. So a little bit about SchoolDB. Oh, there it is. There you go. That is SchoolDB. Is everyone able to see it? Is it, yeah, visible? You can see it. Okay, perfect. So this is SchoolDB. Just fortunately, the first thing that it does is open the last search. So I'm just going to put my name because of GDPR. I'm just going to put my name. So I'm happy to share my information. But the first thing it does is when you open it, it will just open the last search before you close SchoolDB. That's what it shows you in the beginning. So a little bit about SchoolDB. So the system is an in-house created database that is centrally linked with other applications that are used within the school, like such as Portal, you have Canvas, what else, CRM, and more. So all the data would be pushed in or pushed out of SchoolDB. If I am correct, SchoolDB is correct. created on Visual Basics and is also running on a SQL. So the application has been designed to give individual users such as you guys secure, user-friendly access and also store the school data, as well as providing features such as querying, mail and email merges, and reporting to support your role and the business processes. The access to the underlined tabs, these are the tabs, and views to and stored procedures are strictly controlled by assigned users to the appropriate database roles. So it depends on your role of like I mean, you can be able to view it, but having access to it depends on what access rights you have been given. SchoolDB holds a lot of information. So we have information on students, staff, and also faculty, and also alumni and group mailboxes and distribution list. So it's holding quite a lot of data. And this system was created, as I said, like a while ago. It was Rob West, as he was with us for quite some time, but has now retired. So he was the guru of SchoolDB. So we're still working on it, but there is a talk about like transitioning to another newer system, but that is on the pipe, but not yet decided yet. All all customer data must be kept securely and must not be shared with any outside agencies or clients or contacts. Or you also not be you can't publish without explicit permission from the subject, which is the for example, me here. You can't just give out my information to someone else. If you are uncertain on how to process the data, please refer to the data protection section on LBS website, or you can contact LBS, our LBS information security specialist, whose name is David Shireen. So this is the layout. You can expand it and make it smaller as well. You can also, there's on the right hand side, there's the minimize, resize, and exit. Here are some of the tabs. So there's two sections, as you can see. Top sections will show you then, the full name. You can see name, nationality, and if you're a student, and the category. Category is staff or students, or or faculty as well. That would be a category. Per means is personnel. So, and then for students, it's different. Like it depends on what program they are, and then it would show the program as the office. So each tab, the update, there's different type of update buttons. It varies from tab to tab. These are the update buttons here below. Are you guys able to see it? Are you able to see my mouse clearly? Yeah. Okay. So these are the update tabs, update buttons, and these are the different type of tabs that holds different type of informations. These tabs are also viewable here as a list. As you can see, there is quite a lot of tabs. So let me show you. This is how it show. You can go here on the tabs and find what you want, or you can, go to the right, go to the left to find what tab you want to view. And then you can select that. It's just quite time consuming if you keep on clicking to find specific tabs. Also here, earlier I said customization. What I meant is like being able to kind of like choose what tabs you want and be able to see it every time you open your SchoolDB. But that doesn't mean like you can't see the rest of the tab. You can always go back here and select the tabs that you need, and it would come up. When you click, it would come up straight and open that for you. So on your job role, the first thing you probably will be using SchoolDB for is to search or find information. That is where so that's where query comes into play. So that was query. Let me cancel that first. Hold on. It can be a little bit slow sometimes. So needs a bit of patience. So when we, as you can see, you see that this is gray. So that means we are looking at a live data, a live content of SchoolDB. When we click on query, it turns into green. That means it's ready to search for data. And when, for example, if you are making changes or updates, it would show, okay, thinking about it, and it will show orange.
Can you enlarge your box a little bit more for me, please?
Yeah.
It's just the writing is so small.
I can. Is that okay?
Much better.
This is the
Thank
best
you.
I can do.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's fine. Thank you.
A little bit bigger. Okay. So as I said, the green is it is ready to search, and the gray is showing you the live data, and the orange would that means you are editing or amending a live data. Make sure if you save it, you can't go back to the previous whatever you amended, it wouldn't be going back to the same data that was there. So make sure when you save it that you're sure and that you need to update the data. If you click update, you can't revert back. Yeah.
Candy, where's the save button? Am I not? Is it there somewhere? I'm just not seeing it.
So for each tabs can you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for
there it
each
is.
tab, yeah,
The bottom, yeah.
it will show you different. Let me cancel that. Then if I go to employment, if I make those changes again, oh, here you go. There is save. Are you able to see that? Save is on the right
Oh yes,
hand
yes,
side.
yes.
Yeah.
That's fine.
As mentioned, like the update buttons they vary from tab to tab. So whenever you make a change, and then the save might be on the right or in the middle on the left. So mostly they always are like on the below line. So yeah, on the query, there are different wildcards that you can use. These are the features here above. Can you see that? So equals to means it would return a record equal to what you have entered or what you are searching for. This will so if you're searching for numbers, for example, of MBA 2022 and 2023, if you're searching for numbers not equal to or greater than or equal to and greater or lesser, you can be able to kind of play around with these tabs with numbers. This percentage would return any records after the entry of the character. So if I am saying let me search and Candy, that's and you are like the name, but you don't know person's middle name or last name, and then you add percentage sign. Whatever you search, whenever you search Candy and then percentage, that means it would bring back anything after Candy will be generated. So I'm gonna click on run. So when you run, there's only one Candy within the school.
Where is your
So-
surname here?
There you
Oh,
go.
it's coming up.
Surname.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you have to search. So let's say if you have surname, but you only know the initial of that person, you click on K, you click on percentage, whatever after key K would come up. Oh, wait, what's my surname? Oh, this is the user ID. Surname is here. Run. So it would come up, it would find the K, after K, that means my full name, it would show. And then because I have put my surname, so it would, definitely find me my exact data. But if we do this Candy and then percentage, literally, we haven't put any space here. So it's Candy and then percentage. So anything after Candy with no space, it would come up. Okay, give me a name that you want me to search so I can be able to. I thought there were more candies within the school that I could be able to show you. There will be more data coming back. So let's say John. No, John is how you. So if we do John and then run, yeah, there's 858 drones within SchoolDB. So that means the 800 might not be physically within the school. So some of them can be alumni, some data can be because SchoolDB, as I said, is very old. It might be that some data that exec head data that normally gets deleted after they complete their course can be also there. As you can see, this is the exec head participant who is, still attending. So it will just pull out all the Jones within SchoolDB. It can be staff, alumni, anything related to John will come up. Yeah.
And then if you want to drill down a bit more, so let's just say you want to look at just the staff, how would you go about doing that?
So staff, if you want to narrow it only to staff, you can, so specifically staff is which is personnel,
Okay,
PR,
right.
and then you can, category would be staff.
Mhm.
So you can narrow it down with that. So if you have like more categories that you can add to find a specific data, then you can be able to narrow down to what you want to find. Yeah. The more information that you add to the categories, the more like the smaller the data would be. So specific data that would come back to you. There's a lot. I mean, a lot of things that you can add if you are like specifically trying to find something. You can put all the names if you want to, or let's say UK nationals. You can be able to say, let me find UK nationals with a second nationality of, can I say, American, US. There you go. So we have found a UK national with a second nationality of USA, and that data will come back. If you want to narrow down, okay, UK national, USA nationality, but staff members, you can add that as on the category and then be able to narrow down to what you want to find within SchoolDB. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions?
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
I want to know the difference between portal user info at the bottom and then at the top, like you've got title name. What's the difference between the two? First box and the bottom box, please.
Okay. Let me.
Because I saw you, so you were adding your name into the portal user info as well as at the top.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a little bit confused here. Which one?
That's
Obviously,
right.
both are okay.
They are similar. So the top, the first part of school, yeah, this top is just showing you name, full name, known as. There is sometimes people change their surname. Original surname would be a previous that updated. UK nationals, categories, and office. When you see on portal user info is where you find your login details, your email addresses, and if your account is still live. So portal status would be, that would be live or removed. That would be something that that you can see on the second layer of SchoolDB. That's the difference. So normally,
Status.
sorry, portal status.
Portal status. So you said that tells us if it's added or removed. So the person.
So portal
New
status
starters.
will tell you that the account is live, that is
Oh,
working.
okay.
Sometimes when students, when they have completed, especially exec ed, when they completed their course, the portal status would show as remove. That means their account is not active anymore. So they won't be able to log into their emails, and they won't be able to log into their schools, Canvas or anything that is school related. They won't be able to access their system within the school.
What's the word for that you used?
The remove, you mean? Yeah, that's remove. Add is normally used within the. So when students register or staff members are added to SchoolDB, the add for staff members is normally you don't need to worry about that because that is used with the IT desk. They normally create a staff account and that would show add. That means even if it's add, that means it is in the process of adding the account on SchoolDB. It's generating the login details and everything, but it doesn't mean it's active. It doesn't mean it's live. So what you would see with student accounts when it's showing is on add, and it has not updated within 24 hours, that means the account is still not live. So you can't manually, put it on LDAP, upload it. It would SchoolDB would convert it itself. If that is the case, if you see a student account and it has been a couple of days and it's not, showing as uploaded or is live, then you have to contact the help@london.edu to look into it further. That means that there was some error when it was kind of like pulling that information from CRM to the SchoolDB. That means there is some error that is not allowing SchoolDB to progress further for the account to be live.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? No? Okay, so as mentioned, the top is basic person information. This is the login details. The second part is it will show you the login details and other tabs with different informations. This tab specifically, this tab and notes as well are specifically for free text, which does not belong anywhere else and does not need to be queried. Users
Sorry,
can, yeah.
Sorry, Candy, which three tabs did you mention? Free
This
text.
is person notes.
Person notes, okay.
And then notes here under.
Mm-hmm.
And this also can be updated manually. The program biography link.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
This is mostly used for faculty accounts. So we also, again, you should not worry about that. But the notes and the person notes are something that you can add when, when you want, your colleague or other members who have SchoolDB access to see if there is, for example, let's say a student has not paid their fees, then you can be able to write it down there. This person has not completed the fee or haven't paid the fee. So because once the program office put some notes on there, they students can call can call the helpline and say, hey, I don't have access. Then that information would help that that staff member to inform the student. If there is no notes on there saying, hey, do not give this person access because he still needs to pay his fee, then when they come to the support desk, the only thing that they know is that they don't have access, so we need to help them. So they might activate their account or be able to support them with access. So it's always good to have, if you want that account, or if you want the school or whoever school have access to SchoolDB to know exactly what to do when they look into their account, then it's the best thing to do, add notes on there. So the notes that you add should be something which you should be happy to show the subject. So if the student comes back and say, hey, give me my information due to GDPR, where we have to, if they request that information, we have to give that information to them. So if that customer or a student made a data access request under the Data Protection Act, we may have to pass this on to them. And it should be yeah.
What are we passing to them and to whom?
So if they request
Data protection, they want, okay, so
their data, then we have to provide this data, what we have on SchoolDB, to them. If they want to see what data we're holding.
Okay, got it now. Okay. If they want to see what information we hold for them in here. Okay.
Correct, yeah. And it should not be confidential as well. So bear in mind that whoever has SchoolDB and are able to view that information can be able to see it. So do not put anything confidential on the notes.
I need to ask this. The reason it is I'm working with PhD students in here, and I've got line management also. So this biography link, the one you're asking, so where are we adding the notes in here? So if anything confidential, we don't write it down in here, right?
No, preferably not, no.
Got it. Okay.
Biography link should be especially like faculty members. They have a web page on portal sometimes.
They do.
That and whatever materials that they are posting, that can be, you can put that link on the biography link. It is more for, it might be for PhDs as well. You're right. It's also more. It is mostly used for faculty members. Yeah, faculty accounts. So I'm going to show you now how to create to query by form and creating a group. So query by forms allows you to use database to bring up a set of records defined by shared criteria. So earlier I showed you, okay, UK nationals, and we said staff. So when we run it, it will show us we have a 1,800 UK national staff. So this kind of kind of shows you the amount. So the number will be, it will show you the number here, and you can click on that red arrow and then go through an individual account, or you can add it as a group and have it as a list. So the query that I just did, I can re-engineer that. So it would bring back again. Here, it's already noted what I've tried to find, and we can also say, let's say that, okay, everyone that every account that starts with letter K. Yeah. And then let's run it again. There's 25. So you can, as I said, you can narrow your search by, entering different categories and then be able to get the exact data that you want. Yeah. So often query by form, which is what I've just showed you, is used to supply management information. It can be, let's say you want to pull out a data like an MBA 2023 students. You can be able to do that. Program would be MBA 2023. So we have 939 at the moment. So once you have that information, once it pulls out all that information for you, you can, as I said, you can click on the arrow and then go to next account and then just go through the whole accounts that are available, or you can add them as a group. So when you add this group, as you can see orange, that means you're updating something. So description would be, let's say, MBA 2023. Just going to add test here and then save. So that means you've created this, you can call it report for your own selves, or it's called group, creating a group. So once you have saved that, you can click on group, a person group manager, which is this, click on that, and you can be able to see what you have created. So any type of group that you've created will be only for yourself, and this you are the only one who can see it. Okay. So this group is dynamic. When I say dynamic, let's say if there is another MBA student, MBA 23 student added to SchoolDB, it would automatically update that group. So you don't need to kind of go back and forth and try to find, have I missed something, or is there other, like, you don't need to re-engineer or recreate that group again. It just, if you click refresh as well, it will refresh the content. So that means if there is an additional student added to the SchoolDB, then it will show you the number. The count will would add up whenever a new account is added to SchoolDB. There's a couple of things that you can do. You can rename it. Just set refresh, change owner. So you, at the moment, when you create that group, are the owner of that group, of that list that you've created. But if your account gets deleted, or you leave the school and your accounts get closed, that means that group is lost, because it would get deleted and you are the only owner. So you can change owner and give ownership to someone else before your account get closed. You can share it to colleagues as well, or your department. This is just to show what categories are in there. Delete it. This is the Actito list, and the bounce back export and mail merge are something that you need to do when you are mail merging. But that's, again, for this training, we're not going to go through that. There's a separate training for it, like you can find on Learn IT. The report will be, you can click on that and you can print that. So we can also Excel report it. So download it. It'll give you different categories that you want to highlight and what you want to show on Excel. And then you can just select what you need and export it. and then you would open up the Excel sheet for you. From here, you can clean it, whatever you need to show. You can be able to update it. So it'll give you everything that is pulled from SchoolDB. Just going to close that. So on top, you can see the description that you have created in the beginning. Again, the count, the owner, you can see it's me, and the rest, with other user IDs that you can see here are shared with me, and it's also shared through a department group, so I have access to it. And it will show also the update, the person who updated the list, which is me, which I just created. And yeah, subscription, again, Actito subscription is a different thing. So once you have if any of you need an Actito training, it's available. It's also available online. This is combine. So the combine means, let's say if you have two groups that you have created, or two reports that you've created on the person's group. So if you want to combine, let's say we have at the moment we have MBA 2023, right? If we have created an MBA 2022. So if you want to combine those two lists, you just highlight those two lists, yeah? And click on combine. So combine, and then you can choose, the first one and the second one here and combine them. This doesn't mean it would delete the first two lists that you've created, but it would create a separate list. So, and then you can add a different description saying MBA 2023 plus 2022 and create it as a separate list. Bear in mind, if you want the other two lists to be deleted, you have to manually delete them yourself. It wouldn't automatically delete the rest when you combine them. It still will be there. And yeah, that was about the group. There is rules on how to share the group as the owner of the group. If you then, as mentioned earlier, if you then delete the group is deleted for everyone that you have shared it with. Bear also in mind, a shared group can be deleted by any users apart from the owner, and the group will just be deleted for the user only. So if you've shared the group to someone else, that someone else can be able to view it and delete it, but he will delete it on his side, but it wouldn't affect the rest. Yes, Philip?
Going back to that group list, I was thinking I saw a part that said auto refresh. Is it done by ticking that checkbox, or is there something more to it?
Auto refresh.
So updated by, it says auto refresh, or rather than a person's name.
The all faculty one here.
Yeah. So is that done automatically? Is there a way you can determine whether that's done daily or weekly?
Good question. As Smith, I'm not sure who've created. Oh, it's okay. So I think it's because it's added to Actito subscription. That's a mailing list that is created on SchoolDB. So it would automatically refresh it every time. So I would assume if you create an Actito subscription to any of your groups, then the auto refresh would be then you'll see auto refresh on there.
Okay.
Like the Actito list is not created by any staff members; it's created by IT, which is us. So that is, you shouldn't worry about that. This is what we create. The group that we create and add to Actito subscription would be the one that will show as auto refresh.
No problem.
Yeah. Anyone else? No question. Okay. Yeah, Amber, you have a question?
Thank you. I need to be able to run reports on this system.
Mm-hmm.
Could you just go through again with me, please? And is there any way for me to be, because I'm so near the moment, I don't know what type of reports I'll be running.
Okay.
So as a subject area manager for PhD, I'm thinking, can I, with my departmental, whatever it is subjects, can I link, can this system find all of those for my
I mean,
department?
specifically, I mean, the programs have their own codes, right? So it can be MBA 2023, 2024. There's Sloan, which is SLN, again, with the dates as well, 2023, 2024. And then we have, there's different programs with different codes.
True.
So if you are running a couple of within your department, they're running a couple of programs, or then you would know the codes already. That can be shared from your like the colleagues would let you know, or your manager would share with you what programs they are managing or running, and then you can be able to run the query based on the program code, not per department, but per se with the core. So if you are saying, as I said earlier, MBA.
So for me, PhD, if you don't mind.
PhD, yeah. Here you go.
PhD,
That's
yeah.
PhD.
Thank you.
So if I run query on PhD students, it would give you everyone within the office PhD.
On the right side, sorry, Candy, you still got program as MBA. Does that not matter then? Can you see on the right side in that little box?
Yeah,
is that just historical data that we don't need to worry about?
You mean when I run PhD, it came back with MBA? Is that what you mean?
Earlier, yeah. In the previous screen, I could just see the MBA box on the right. It's come up again now. Can you? Yeah.
So it's just it's bringing up. So this is where you can see the status of the program. Are they students? Start dates and end and the year. This is where what you see on the right hand side will be under the tab program here as well.
Yeah. Earlier when you typed in PhD,
it came back with the MBA.
So so with PhD, should that disappear then? Is that what should be happening?
It should not pull. Let's run it again. Should not pull an MBA account. Should show anything within Office PhD, and I'm gonna run it again and see. It can be. I mean, it's running a lot of data, so it would take a bit of time. There you go. So as you can see, it updated the query. The query specifically, it was searching for a PhD, and the program would be if it's sometimes it is not like the data that we have sometimes can be the wrong information added. So it can show, for example, a PhD student, if it was previously an MBA student and then transitioned to PhD, if the account is not fully updated or the change has not been made, it would still show, I can bring PhD, but the MBA account will also, the program will be here as well. So bear in mind, as a student, you might be, entering different programs. That we have exec heads who, do courses and then come back for another course. All that would show all the list here. Let's see if I can find an example. I think the best example would be if I search for exec ed. Okay, exec. Just bear in mind, like those codes that I'm using is because I already know the codes, but like once on your job role, your colleagues and your staff, your manager will share exactly what codes you need, and gradually you would know what to look for. It really needs patience, by the way. It takes time.
Whilst we're waiting, Candy, I know with the start date with the PhD it said 2004. Is there a way to narrow that down further, like the past 2 years, for example, with any of the searches?
So searching for, could you explain more? So like if you want to find the past 2022, 2021, is that it?
Yeah, so the past 2 academic years, if you want to look at those rather than going back even further.
You can specifically type PhD 2021 and 2022. So that would kind of bring back that specific year of that specific PhD students.
And where do we type that?
On the program. So let's say PhD 2000. Then you can run that. It'll bring back all the students from 2000. Both, like, bear in mind, I went to the tab program, and this is where you can, make those changes and updates. You can also, when you click on query, you can make, you can search it here as well. If you want to, if you're not going through each tab, you can be able to do that here. And if I put like PhD 2002 and run, yeah, then it will bring back the records of 2002. As you can see, the status is removed because they have completed and have moved on. And PhD student not all PhD students get alumni access, but if it's an alumni access, it would look different. And that alumni access is also created by IT once they have completed. Normally, the program office will send a list of students who have graduated, and then that is forwarded to the IT, to the service desk, and then they will be able to update or move that account to alumni status. That is done through SQL. Amber, have I answered your question or?
Yeah, I'll have to just, once I have access to it, I'll just have to try it, Candy.
Okay. You can always come back. I mean, you can always sign me an IM, or if you need more specific training, or if you want me to show you again, you can always give me a shout, and then we can pencil in, a date.
Thank you so
time.
much. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay. So now, as mentioned earlier, reports are reports that are already within the SchoolDB. This has been created through IT. These are reports that have, the departments have agreed on and has been created and generated and added to SchoolDB. So these reports are available depending on your job role. Then you can be able to view that. You can export those reports and use it as needed. This is the list of reports that we have through admission. As you can see, there is another report for exec ed reports and student reports. That's all available. So if you click on admission reports, and there is a list of admission, list of them. Let's see the Sloan admission candidate print. should run it. Okay, it's taking its time. So it would show like an Excel sheet, and you can be able to, print it or manipulate it or use it, as needed. I'm sorry, it's kind of stuck at the moment. Okay, it's thinking about it. It would kind of like generate that Excel sheet, and you can be able to see it and then print it. Earlier, I showed you on the group side of things where you can, export it to Excel and then be able to print it. But you can also, those specific reports that are created for departments, you can also do the same thing where you can export it to Excel. When you click on Add Print, and it would open an Excel sheet, and then you can be able to use that as needed. Let me see if it's allowing me now. No. So I'm going to close SchoolDB. If it freezes and you're not able to do anything, just close it and run it again. That's the best advice. um, mm. Gonna the other thing that you do is it doesn't sometimes allow you to close it. You can do it through Task Manager and close it. End tasks. That should kill it. Or no. There's just some tips here. And then I'm gonna reopen it again. If you have any issues with SchoolDB, again, just contact the help at London, and they can be able to, help you out with any issues that you have, especially with access or like now, if this freezes and the task manager is not helping, or you're closing it or restarting your laptop doesn't help, that kind of stuff, technical issues, you should just contact the help at London, and they should be able to assist you, and the engineers will be able to assist you as well. They can, if the issue is really when you're home, they can remote in. If you're in school, in campus, if sometimes they will come to your desk and assist you with the issues that you're having. So, okay, the last bit that I wanted to show you was customization. So for me, at the moment, I've already customized my SchoolDB, my view, my layout. So I have 10 tabs that I would like to see whenever, or 11 tabs that I would like to see whenever I open my SchoolDB. Normally, when you guys log in, yeah, you will see all the tabs here, all of them. So you have to go left and right to find specific tabs that you need. So the best thing to do is to narrow down the tabs that you normally use, or it's like a BAU, like you daily use. Click on tab groups, and then manage tab groups. Yeah. And then from there you can select the tabs that you normally use daily, or that you need to use daily, depending on your job. For me, initially was portal info. That's like we need to check if the student or staff account is live or not live. That kind of like tabs that I specifically use daily, I just kind of like customize them and add them here. So you click highlight it, add it here, highlight it, add it there. And then once you save it, and then you can name it. This is mine in Dutch. So I put that as mine, that I save that, and then save it. So whenever you click to, let's say if you require to see another tab, other outside the tabs that you have already customized for yourself, then when you go to tabs and then click on different type of tab that you outside your customized view, then it would open everything again. So don't worry that it's not that you lost it. It's just like it when you click on other tab, it would just update it to the previous view, which is all the tabs. So you can always go back, tab group, and that's the one that I have already created. And then click on that, and then you will go back to the tabs that you have already customized for yourself. So the 11 tabs will be the only tabs that you be able to see. So whenever you open SchoolDB, those are the tabs that you see in front of you. And earlier I mentioned as well, whatever you have searched before you close SchoolDB is the thing that you'll be seeing, because you'll that'll be the only thing that you'll be seeing on when you reopen SchoolDB. Yeah. Oh, that's fine. But Amber, are you guys okay for this for this training to be recorded? We should normally notify everyone in the beginning. Yeah, everyone is okay with this? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Amber, for letting us know. Yeah, that is this. Oh yeah, and I wanted to show you the Canvas. This is learning.london.edu. I'll just put on the chat. This is where you would find the training materials. So you click on Learn IT. So these are the list of training materials, IT-related training materials available. Again, there is an Actito one, the SchoolDB one, the Sitecore one. I don't know, depending on what your role is, you might need to go back and find out. Also, how to use Teams, how to use the email, everything is available on Learn IT. If you click on video, there are like the managing and finding data. This is something you can view back. This is some things that I've told you already or have trained you on today. But if you want to go back and view it again, you can go here. And the contextual training are also available for advancement as well as for deck. Similar to ExecHead as well, you'll find some information that you can use. There's two parts that you can watch. User guide is also available. So this is the things that if you click on working at LBS, these are the things that you connect. Do you guys know what connect LBS is? You post team. Okay. My access at LBS is also to tell you how to go through my access. So like when I say my access, it would be my access. So it will be the apps that are available within Office 365 for you. So these are all the apps. Everyone should have access to this already. And the tabs are added already on your account. And yeah, so any training needs or is something that you want to go back and view, you can find everything on Learn IT. Yeah. Good. Do you guys have any further questions that I can, Correct, yes. Yeah. That is if you have any technical issues. There's just, best person that will pick up would be the first line. If it's quite complicated for them to fix, then they will pass it to the engineers and they will come. They can come physically to you, or You can also go to their desk, which they are in PGO2, out on ground floor. Yeah, it's next to the cafe on the ground floor. Yeah. Yes, Amber.
Thank you. I want to ask in my apps, why do I have two Bob's Business and two Connect? So I've got Connect and then Connect M, and Bob Business is also like in two tabs, different colors and
Is that
signage.
on my? Is that on my Access?
Yeah, app
My
dashboard.
apps. Yeah.
Mm.
So Bob where is it? Bob Business is something that is every staff will need to complete. It's some type of training that we get every, I don't know, initially because every new staff members will need to complete a couple of like training
Mandatory
on
courses.
security, blah blah blah. But you also get emails when there is a new course that you need to complete. So it's just to keep the staff members, aware of things or changes, or it's just a reminder as well to go through that training. That's a separate training, by the way. This is not related to
This.
us.
I just wondered why I have two, which one I'm meant to be going. There are two Connect ones and two Bob's Business. I'm trying all four, but
The Connect M should be, I don't know. Let's look. I think Connect M is for managers and Connect is for staff members.
Thank you.
Okay, for business, that makes sense. This one is for staff members, and that one, I've never noticed that. Oh, there you go. So it's just to agree. It's an agreement. It's just a policy that you need to agree. I haven't even done it myself.
Thank you.
There you go. I think that's why you have two of each. But the Connect M is definitely for managers. And the Connect is for staff members. Anything else? Yeah, happy about the training today. Bless you. Correct, yes. Yeah, definitely. Good. That's the fundamentals. If you have any questions, though, I'm always available. I am the only training lead here at the moment. By the way, I used to work in service desk not a long time ago. I joined the training team in February. So I myself am quite new as well to this role. But if you have any questions, anything, because I also have a bit of a background on what the service desk, so I have a very wider view of what the systems are and what's happening within the school. So if you have any questions, please let me know, and I will be able to. I'm more than happy to assist you with anything, or direct you to the right person. So, and if you guys don't have any questions, then we will end the training today.
Just a quick question, Candy. Did you say earlier that you were going to send us our login details? Was that correct?
Okay, yeah, perfect. You'll get your login details by the end of today.
Thank you.
Again, when in the first time you log in, it's going to ask you to enter a new password twice. Make sure that it's a combination of letters and signs and everything, and then you can be able to use that login going forward. And the user ID is, I'm going to send it anyways, is without the @london.edu. It's just the first part of your username, not the full email address. Yeah, that would be it. Yeah.
Great. Thank you so much.
Okay. Good. Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much for joining the training today. Again, if you have any questions, I'm here.
I thought I heard something.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a question. Yeah, I would. I'm really sorry that I can't have my camera on. I will call you next time when I have my camera so you can see my face. You can put my name onto my face. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Have
you
a
very
Thanks,
much.
lovely day.
Candy.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Like
Nice
Same
to meet you.
here.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.